The landscape and the Roscommon countryside may look familiar, but this particular Roscommon isn't on the banks of the Shannon. It's 3,000 miles away in the state of Michigan in the U.S. Midwest. The links between the two counties go back about 150 years and have been jointly explored in recent months by the two county newspapers, both coincidentally known as the Roscommon Herald. Herald reporter Mary Travers and Michigan High Court Judge Timothy Greene have traced the connection back to the 1830s, when a certain Charles O'Malley from Roscommon, Ireland, established Roscommon, Michigan, on what was former Indian territory.
So between 1837 and 1876, Mr. O'Malley was up there. He was in the territorial legislature before it was actually a governmental unit, and he was instrumental in naming Roscommon County as it's presently named when it became an official governmental body in 1876. Then Roscommon Town was incorporated as a legal town in 1880.
It became the seat of the county, I think, around about that time.
Seat of the county government, which it now is, that is correct.
Previous to that, I understand it was inhabited by an Indian tribe, a rather rare Indian tribe, is that right?
Well, it was the home partially of the Chippewa Indians, who presently live there, but the reservation is in Mount Pleasant, some 50 miles to the south. There's a large university in Mount Pleasant, their mascot of which is the Chippewa Indians. Now there are several other Indian tribes nearby.
What in particular is the characteristic of those type of Indians?
They were hunters. They were very peaceful. They were not like the Iroquois and some other very warlike Indian tribes. The Chippewas were just a peace-loving Indian nation.
Because hunting is still very popular in Roscommon, Michigan.
Very, very popular. As a matter of fact, our deer season opens November 15th for 15 days.
Roscommon people who went there were quite peace-loving people, and seemingly this arrangement to have the place called Roscommon was achieved without any bloodletting, or so far as records go at any rate, there's no evidence of any nasty business going on over there.
No tribal warfare.
They seem to have taken quite well to Mr. O'Malley when he tried to impose and succeeded in imposing the name Roscommon on their place.
No Custer's last stand in Michigan.
Judge Greene, his wife Alma, and Father John McCracken, who made up the Michigan delegation, were given a formal welcome to Roscommon by County Council Chairman Senator Brian Mullooly and by other leading political figures as they arrived for the twinning ceremony. The ceremony came as a culmination to 12 months of planning, spearheaded by former Justice Minister and Regional Tourism Chairman Seán Doherty.
Roscommon County Council extends sincere expression of fellowship and friendship with Roscommon County, Michigan, with whom it shares similarity of environment and development, aspirations for tourism, with the hope that the sharing of experiences by both counties can lead to the realization of benefits for the respective communities.
And, showing some of his old talent for fixing things, the former minister was able to present Judge Greene with something he has been hankering after for many years.
And I present you with this passport as something that will, I know, be cherished by you, because you have indicated to me on more than one occasion your anxiety and wish to have an Irish passport.
Listening to Deputy Doherty pointing out that he had made representations to have a passport for Judge Greene, I want to congratulate you on getting an Irish passport. I thought he was going to go on to say that he was departing the political scene here and going to represent Roscommon, Michigan.
Only once a stranger. That's the message from John Kniff and his group of made. Thank you. Alma.
Thank you. Thank you.
Some of you may have read in the papers of the surrogate twin case pending in the States. That case has been assigned to me, so I'll be ruling on it in due time. But when you read the paper, it'll be Tim Greene from Roscommon, not from Michigan. Yeah.
The council was told that Roscommon, Michigan is slightly smaller in area than Roscommon, Ireland, and that its population is just under 30,000 as compared with our Roscommon's 55,000. And in the years ahead, Judge Greene hopes to see closer links between the sister counties.
I think in time it's going to be very important to Roscommon, Michigan, especially since through twinning with Roscommon, Ireland, it's opened international doors, Ireland being, of course, in the EC. So that's going to be of great benefit to Michigan, having access to the continent. We wish that we could reciprocate and have access to you to a greater part of the states when those from Roscommon will honor us with their presence.
What kind of links would you see developing between the two counties?
More cultural and economic, because it's already been mentioned, Roscommon, Michigan is a tourist-oriented county, and we have very little agriculture, very little industry. It's mostly woods, most of which is owned by the government, either federal or state. So tourism will be the major advantage, and we hope to develop and expand and promote tourism in Michigan, as you would here. And we would hope there would be an exchange of tourists from both counties.
And in a later and more informal moment, the passport horse trading began all over again.
I've been able to give you that passport
It was
today.
grand.